In this edition of RPP News, we farewell an icon. A thief takes a badly timed nap, and it's time to get into the holiday spirit. Hello, I'm Catie Sharp. Welcome to the latest edition of RPP News, bringing you stories from across Frankston and the Mornington Peninsula. Frankston and the Peninsula said goodbye to one of their favourite people this week. A funeral service and community celebration were held to farewell the member for Dunkley, Peter Murphy.
Peter Murphy was a cherished member of our Labor family, a proud trade unionist, a wonderful staffer, a magnificent candidate, an outstanding local member, a brilliant parliamentarian, and the very best kind of colleague and friend. Every tribute paid to Peter has, quite rightly, spoken of how hard she worked, how much she achieved in such a short period of time, how much better her community and our nation were for her contribution. And yet a profound part of the grief that we feel today is not just what we have been deprived of, someone we deeply loved. It is that Australia has been denied more of what Peter had to give.
Prime Ministers past and present attended a funeral service at the MCG before a community-centred service at Jubilee Stadium. With music provided by the Frankston Ladies Choir and Maxipop and Hank, a series of community leaders spoke of the profound impact Peter had during her time in power.
To watch her engage with anyone in the room, from a 5-year-old through to a 90-year-old, she had a way of making you feel like you were the only person in the room when she talked with you. She listened intently, and then she got busy and got to work on whatever issue was raised. She was absolutely tireless.
I'm sure, like many of us here today, are thinking about the many more conversations you wish you had with Peter. More visions that I wanted us to cast together to improve services for First Peoples in the local area. And many more laughs I wanted to share with this compassionate, caring yet feisty local MP, ally and friend.
But for me, what really made her unforgettable was the way she approached her role as member for Dunkley. I saw her talk about the big visionary future for the community with passion, and a representative with more love of the people, a love of justice, satisfaction from being an agent of change for good, I don't think there ever has been.
What she would want is that you care for each other, you cut each other a little bit of slack, you show kindness to your neighbours, and that we look around and we ask who in our community could do with a helping hand.
Frankston Crime Investigation Unit detectives have arrested 14 people following an investigation into burglaries across Frankston, Carrum Downs and Seaford. People were arrested at addresses across Langwarrin, Carrum Downs, Seaford, Crib Point and Frankston. Around $190,000 worth of property was recovered, including a large number of guns. Meanwhile, a local thief paid the price for falling asleep on the job on Wednesday night. Officers spotted a white Hyundai SUV with stolen number plates on the Nepean Highway at Mornington at around 1 a.m. Police attempted to intercept the car, but the driver sped off. The Hyundai was then found blocking lanes at the intersection of Bentons and Racecourse Road at around 2:45 a.m, with the driver sound asleep at the wheel. Police quietly cordoned the vehicle, placed stop sticks under the tyres, positioned the air wing overhead, then knocked on his door. Shocked awake, the 22-year-old Cranbourne man put up a fight but was eventually arrested, going from sweet dreams to a nightmare in an instant. Following last week's resignation of Frankston City Council's North West Ward Councillor Stephen Hughes, the Victorian Electoral Commission has announced it will hold a countback of all formal votes from the 2020 election. Votes will be redistributed to candidates who are still eligible to be elected. The countback will be held at 10 a.m. on the 15th of January. A link to follow the process will be available from 9:30 a.m. on the VEC website. The Our Aquatic Centre is hosting a free surfers rescue CPR course this summer. Mornington Peninsula Shire and Surfing Victoria have teamed up to help reduce the number of drownings by offering a free day of surf safety and life-saving skills on Sunday the 14th of January. Registrations are essential as there are limited spots available. And it's time to warm up your voices for Christmas carols today, Christmas Eve, in Dramana. The Rotary Club is sponsoring the event at the open air garden next to the Old Shire offices on Point Nepean Road. Music will be supplied by the Mornington and Citizen Brass Band, and everyone will be supplied with a carols booklet to sing along. There will be a sausage sizzle and ice cream with funds raised going to the local Salvation Army. Even Father Christmas will be dropping by. The event begins at 6:30 p.m, so get ready to deck the halls. After the break, we have Muzz with the last surf report of 2023.
Everyone knows Australia has 4 big banks, but the 5th biggest retail bank is snapping at their heels. It's a bank that's been around for over 160 years, can be found in over 500 locations nationwide, looks after over 1.8 million customers, and is regularly voted one of the most trusted brands out of all the thousands of brands in Australia. Who is this fantastic number 5? Yep, it's Bendigo Bank. The better big bank.
Established in 1988, Progress Signs has been servicing the local community for 30 years. Located on the Mornington Peninsula, they are the #1 destination for all your signage needs, specialising in a variety of signage from vehicles to shop fronts, occasional and corporate events, short-term, long-term and everything in between. If it's signs you need, be it large or small, Progress Signs is the place to call. Available 24/7 at progress-signs.com.au or call the team on 5975 9188. Thinking signs? Think Progress Signs, a station sponsor.
Battery World now open in Mornington.
We know batteries. We know our 75 D23Ls from our DIN 65 LHs. And we know which is best for you. We have the range and a spark no one else can match because we live and breathe batteries. Those beautiful boxes and cylinders that power our lives and our passions. That's why we're the batteryologists. We're Battery World.
Battery World Shop 1, 43 Mornington Tyabb Road, Mornington.
Welcome back. Now to our surf guru Muzz with the surf report.
Hey, it's Muzz here, back with the last surf report from me this year. I'll be back in early Jan, so it'll only be a week or 2 off that I won't be doing the reports. But by the looks of the weather, with this southeasterly raging, this is only day 3 of it, so we've still usually, when the southeast blows like this in summertime, we've got about 4 or 5 days of it. So it doesn't look good for getting any decent waves between now and Christmas, and even the Christmas Day surf's looking average at best. Best option might be 3 foot on the beaches at the Gunnamatta end to get as much out of this wind as possible. The outlook isn't great till this big high moves in, and that's not going to be towards the end of pretty much next week. So maybe around the New Year's Eve, New Year's, we might get a hot one with some offshores and some decent surf, which means that maybe New Year's Days, that one can be that uncrowded early morning surf because everyone's hungover. But it looks like, your Christmas Day at best is going to be a 3 out of 10. And that's one of the better days in the outlook. And the weather looks like it's going to be raining as well. So not much to report, not a great way to finish out the year, but I wish everyone a Merry Christmas, and hopefully you can hear this with the wind blowing, and I will see you early next year. Ho, 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 see you then.
And that's all from our team here at RPP News, serving the community with stories that matter to you. Keep watching and do tell your friends. We're taking a break for a few weeks, so from the RPP News team, have a happy and peaceful holiday season. Bringing the news from coast to coast across Frankston and the Mornington Peninsula, I'm Catie Sharp. See you next year.